So we made it through part 2 of our road trip, our mini road trip.
Our mini road trip, yeah. It's like the sequel, not as good or epic as the first one. But if you're in on the inside jokes, you'll still like it.
Yeah, exactly. Also, it was like what? Like what did we say? Like a 5-hour drive-ish?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Which would be one of the longer legs of our road trip, like our cross country, and it really didn't feel like one of the longer legs, you know what I mean?
I think it feels different if you're not driving.
I don't know. I mean, having done both.
I mean, yeah, I feel like it just felt different to me.
Interesting. Because I didn't notice a difference driving or not.
With your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like with you and me driving and you driving this time.
Yeah. Yeah, it just felt like totally different to me. Like it's like a totally different experience, I feel like. But yeah, I mean, it definitely, we were driving like all day.
Yeah.
Both like the travel days.
I think it also, I'm just still comparing it to that like 8-hour day in the car.
I mean, yeah, it definitely felt like less than when we were going through Texas.
Yeah, I think also the monotony of Texas doesn't help.
Right.
Yeah, because I feel like, because we went through New York, up through New York, and then over to Vermont, so we had like kind of a wide array of like scenery. I mean, is Vermont New England?
Yeah.
But New York's not New England.
New York is not New England.
Well, upstate New York looks like the rest of New England.
It does have a sort of like, I mean, I think all of New England, especially like, I don't know if this is just because of this season, but to me it just very much gives off like Salem witch trial vibes.
Yes, yes, it's very much like Sleepy Hollow, like fall, autumn, like all the basic bitch stuff, like apples, and it definitely has that vibe.
Yeah. We got in our leaf peeping for the year.
Yep.
There were lots of leaves.
Lots of leaves. I know, we got lucky because I was kind of worried because
that it would be bare.
Yeah, the little like, person on the news that tells you like peak and off peak and like whatever.
Oh, right.
It was kind of already had moved pretty far down, so I didn't think we were going to get much, but it was still really pretty up in Vermont.
It was really pretty.
Yeah. And they even got, we didn't see it, but they got snow up there.
Yeah, we didn't see it, but everybody else like at that wedding was like, we saw snow coming in.
That was your first time in Vermont, right?
Yes, I'd never been to Vermont. Been to New Hampshire, been to Connecticut, been to Massachusetts.
Did you drive through Vermont on your way to New Hampshire?
No, I didn't. I went to Boston.
Ah, okay.
To New Hampshire, because I took the train.
Gotcha.
From here.
Gotcha. Which apparently we discovered while at the alpaca farm.
Oh my God.
That the Amtrak from New York City to where we were in Vermont, in Brandon, basically, Vermont. Yeah. Runs like
right
there. And it's like 5 hours, which is basically the same amount of time as your drive.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which is kind of cool. But I personally like driving because when you drive, you get to get junk food.
Snacks!
Which is...
Snack attack.
Yeah. And I think we lived up to like our tried and true road snacks.
Yeah, we did.
We definitely got beef jerky.
I got my corn nuts.
Yeah, you got corn nuts. We got strange flavored chips. Not really strange flavored. The barbecue Doritos, which are my favorite now.
The tangy barbecue.
Yeah.
Tangy barbecue Doritos.
And they're really hard to find.
They're really hard to find. And they're so good.
They're like my favorite Dorito flavor now.
They're slightly
addicting.
Yeah. They're a little bit like a drug.
Yeah,
I have a problem.
They're really good.
Every time I see them at the deli, I like buy 2.
Yeah, because you don't know when you're going to see them again, so you have to get them.
But yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
What else? We got we got the Snyder's.
Oh, yeah.
The Snyder's pretzel bites, but they were buffalo flavor.
Yeah, instead of the honey mustard.
I wish they had been the honey mustard, though.
Yeah, the honey mustard ones are the best.
Those are so good. But They were good though. I didn't like dislike them.
No, they were tasty. I was a fan. You know what we didn't get, which is like kind of totally my thing? No, nothing sweet.
Oh yeah.
Like no like sour candy, no.
Yeah, you usually do get some candy or some chocolate or something.
Yeah, and I didn't. You know,
or some brittle or something.
Yeah, like something super random. Yeah. Yeah, from Buc-ee's.
Yeah, all your crazy brittle flavors.
Yeah, those were good.
Those were good.
We did make up for it though at the Maple store.
Yeah, the Maple store.
It was like the saddest little store.
I know. I really expected there to be like more stuff in there, but it was like...
It was giant, first of all. It was this giant room with just like a couple little tables scattered around.
Yeah.
Like it was very much like, you could tell they were like making maple syrup in that place, and you just like also can buy stuff from them.
I did enjoy that we got to do a maple syrup tasting.
That was amazing. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was surprised. Well, I wasn't surprised. I knew I would like the darkest one.
Yeah.
But I was also kind of laughing that he was like, I don't know, thinking we were going to be like not a sophisticated enough palate for the dark. I was kind of insulted by it.
I know. I'm like, okay, fine. I know I like read basic. You don't know my life. I really didn't like the first ones. The first ones just tasted like...
They tasted like log cabin almost. Like not even mapley.
They didn't taste mapley at all.
No.
And they had like a weird, like almost like alcoholic kind of like taste to them.
I just felt like they were kind of like really mild and like not super flavorful.
They're supposed to be, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, no. I liked the really dark one.
Yeah.
I kind of was surprised that I liked the really, really dark one. I thought I would want like the second to last one.
Honestly, as someone who grew up with log cabin maple syrup, which is just
high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah. With like zero maple flavor.
Yeah.
But that was like what I always wanted. Like my dad would get real maple syrup because that's what he liked, like the good stuff. And I was always like, I don't like it. But so I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna like the darkest one. It's gonna be too like reminiscent of that. And I was like, oh no, that's delicious.
That's the stuff.
Yeah.
I know. I bought a bigger one. I was gonna get.
Well, as soon as he was like, I also use it to like cook with like meats and stuff. I was like, well,
that's gonna be your jam. Yes,
I'm gonna figure out something for that.
I know,
That's really good.
I'm not the cooker.
Like a maple sriracha.
Ooh,
that would be good.
Now I'm getting hungry, Jen.
I am too. We talked about eating earlier, and it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Speaking of eating, we were not prepared for the food situation in Vermont because we were in such a small town. That apparently shuts down like Sunday through Tuesday.
Yeah,
like
everything doesn't open until like Wednesday. I was like, what is this?
And then even if it's open, everything closes. Like last seating at that one place was 6:30.
Yeah,
on like a it was
Sunday.
Sunday.
I think it was Sunday.
Okay, so okay, we'll give them that. It was Sunday.
Still. But then they don't open again until Tuesday. And that was one of the places that was open on Tuesday. I know, seriously. I was like, whoa, guys.
I was like, where do people
2 New York chickadees are going to be living on those buffalo flavored pretzel bites for dinner tonight? Because
nothing's open.
Yeah.
We
like barely
figured that out. That would have been a bummer. I just and we started at 5:30 being like, we should figure something out.
Yeah, I thought we had plenty of time.
Yeah, not thinking that 6:30 last seating. Okay.
Well, and everything, because we were in kind of more of a remote place. It's everything is
15,
30 minutes away. So you're like, oh shit, gotta run.
Yeah. We gotta make this, yeah. But it was so pretty. Being that far removed. That was nice, getting out of the city and then being in that rural of an area.
It was very relaxing. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, nature is good for you.
All those things that people say, go touch grass,
yeah, I guess
really,
it's true.
Actually go do it.
I've been in a better mood since we got back. It's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
I mean,
We had that little back porch, go out, like have my little coffee, hear like a stream next
go sit
to
by
us.
the stream, go sit by the lake. It was
cute.
It was really cute.
I liked it.
Yeah, and it was just, because sometimes you get out of the city and then you're just in the suburbs, which is different and nice, but not as relaxing as this was.
No, this was like we were
alone.
No one there to hear us scream.
Yeah.
Alone.
Yeah.
Though I guess the Airbnb people like lived upstairs, so we were safe.
Yeah.
But besides them.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Because it seemed like it was definitely more of a summer.
Oh, yeah, I mean, definitely, for sure.
Like, lake.
Because it's on a lake.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And it's not like there was really any skiing nearby.
No, it was very flat.
Farmland, which surprised me.
Yeah.
I did not think Vermont was farmland.
Yeah, no, I've always just thought of Vermont as skiing.
Yeah.
But I guess two things can be true, Jen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess, don't they go to Vermont in White Christmas? Isn't that where they go?
Oh.
I think so.
I've only seen that movie once with you.
Oh my gosh, I watched that movie so many times every Christmas.
So my favorite part of the trip.
Yes.
Baby goats!
Oh my god.
Baby goats!
They were
baby goats!
So cute.
They were the cutest little babies.
They're just so funny. They're like little puppies, just like bouncing around and like trying
all over each other, just like pet me, pet me, pet me, pet me.
Yeah, like trying to get your attention. It's so cute.
They were so cute with their little like.
Oh my god, I want a goat.
I know. I want like a little pygmy goat to like walk around the neighborhood.
Right? How funny would that be?
I mean, the only thing is like. They just poop constantly.
Oh yeah, so. You can't have them indoors.
It's not an indoor pet.
No, you need a like barn and.
I really want one. They're so cute.
They're so cute. I had a friend who had. They lived on like a farm basically.
Yeah.
They had 2 goats. They were so cute. They were kind of mean sometimes too, though. When they get older, sometimes they get a little surly.
Yeah, I mean the surly goat.
Yes, that's a thing.
Yeah. It's also a bar.
Yeah, it's also a place. Does that place even still exist?
You know, I lived in California 12 years ago, so probably not the best person to ask.
That's fair. I have no idea. Yeah, I think, like, between a goat and an alpaca, I would want a goat, but the alpacas were so cute.
The alpacas were really cute, too.
Sweet.
And very, very sweet. Well, the 2 that were sweet were very sweet.
Yeah. I mean,
the other ones were,
like, calm and mellow, but just, like, don't touch me.
Yeah, they were very sus of us.
They were like,
no.
Yeah, they were very, like, we are above this.
Yeah.
We will not be touched.
The other 2, like, laid down next to us and were like, pet me, human slave. Pet me.
Yeah. Either way, kind of an aristocratic approach.
They do have, like, I think maybe because they, like, move so slowly, but they did have sort of, like, a regal thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're definitely... I've heard, too, I read something that, like, the difference between alpacas and llamas are... Which he said, too, that the llamas are not as nice and not as calm.
Yeah.
And so, like, I've heard, like, the alpacas are more, like, royalty and the llamas are more, like...
spitting at you all the time?
Yes, literally.
I read, too, that llamas are not pack animals. They are are singletons.
Yeah,
alpacas are in their little herd, though.
Yeah, he said that at...
Did he?
He said that at the...
Alpaca
farm. Yes, I was going to say the ranch, but it was farm.
I don't know. You put cute furry animals in front of me. I kind of stopped listening.
I just was like asking him a million questions. I was so curious about them.
Yeah. It was super cool though, and their like fur hair is so warm.
I know.
I'd be get your fingers in there, and you're like, ooh, nice little.
Yeah, I'd be really curious to see like right before they're.
Oh yeah, when they're like, because. He said that they, like, have, like, 6 inches long of wool, just,
like giant puffballs.
That's an image I'm going to Google search.
Yeah. Like, that I want to see. It's so cute. And I was surprised they lived for, like, 22 years, he said? That's
20 to 25 years. Yeah, it's like a horse.
Yeah, that's... and they were smaller than I thought they would be. I don't know why I thought, like... they were going to be, I knew they weren't going to be like horse size, but I was thinking like, you know, maybe like pony or like small donkey or like just like a little bit taller. They were like,
no, they were little.
They were little.
Llamas are bigger, so maybe you were thinking of a llama.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, they were little. And like the toes,
that was so weird.
They had like toenails. I was expecting hooves, but no, they're like little toenails.
Yeah, I mean kind of big toenails.
Well, yeah, very big toenails, but like they have two like giant toenails.
Claws. Yeah.
It was like very like, what in the like Griffin
hell is
Narnia?
Like,
yeah. Like, this animal is all of the animals.
Yeah, it was...
It's got the neck of a giraffe, the coat of a sheep, and the feet of, like, a bird of prey with, like, claws.
Talons. I learned on New York One this week that elephants, the most closely related relative, is a manatee. Mm-hmm. And I'd be curious what... I mean, we know alpacas and llamas, but, like, what, like, next of kin...
Yeah.
Like if it's a horse, if it's a giraffe,
or
it's
a cow
or a sheep, or like what the next closest relative would be. Because it feels like such an amalgamation of like
so many different animals. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have like multiple stomachs, like a cow.
Right.
Did you know that rabbits are like very closely related to horses?
No. That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah. That's what I mean. There are like so many animals like that have like weird like close relations. Like the fact that an elephant and a manatee are like the closest.
Yeah. Throw it, cut off its trunk and throw it in water.
Yeah, like I guess
like
yeah. I mean, I would have guessed like a rhinoceros or like a hippopotamus. Like,
manatee to hippo. Rhino to elephant, but
right?
No, manatee and elephant. Yeah, horses and rabbits.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's
are pretty closely related, which is
baby
bunny, giant ass horse.
Yep. Well, and now that we've been to the goat farm too, there are like so many different types of goats. Like that I didn't quite realize like the extent of like.
These were dairy goats that we saw. Like, they all kind of looked... I mean, they were, like, all different colors, but they all looked kind of like the same.
Yeah, those were all the same types of goats.
I mean, also, too, like, we just have to say, like, there's, like, no people at these places. They're just, like, free-for-all. I mean, the goat farm in particular, that was, like, a whole other level.
Yeah, like, the alpaca farm there, we had to set up an appointment. We got taken on a tour.
And there was a guy.
Yeah, the tour. But yeah, the goats, well, and that's what I love too, because they had the little like tiny kind of makeshift farm stand.
It was like a vestibule.
Yeah. And the fact that they had a sign that they used to leave change so that you could make change, but like it got stolen, so they couldn't do that anymore. But that they still had like the honesty policy, and you just like add up your cheese and your crackers, and you leave your money in a little wooden box with a slot in the top, and
or Venmo them,
or with a little QR code. Like the level of trust is amazing.
I know. I'm like, I live in New York, where I'm like, you seem sketch. I'm gonna walk another way, like another lap around the block before I show you where I live. Like,
although New York, okay, I'll give them this. New York does have like a couple of, I follow one of them, like a couple of different like stands that are like free, and you can, it's like donation based, so you can leave things.
Oh, like the community fridges and stuff.
Exactly, and they also have those. So I think that New Yorkers are nice, and I guess when it comes to that kind of stuff, I don't know if it came to like
designer cheese.
Yeah, how that would go over.
Well, did you see, like, that chick who charges $7,000 for her grazing board? Oh my gosh,
God.
I saw this earlier, and I thought of you because you love a cheese board.
Yep.
This is like a grazing board, obviously, but she charges like $7,000 for it, and so she like delineated because there was like backlash,
right?
And like it's the size of a friggin' table, and there's like decorative shit and like whatever. But $7,000.
Yeah, like, does she have, like... like actual black truffles sliced on there and like gold leaf and
well,
like
I mean,
what?
also it was like I didn't do
mean-
like a full deep dive into like what exactly was on it, but I was like, there was like $150 worth of cheese, but then it's like she's spending $150 on like fucking flowers to make it look pretty, and I'm like, do we need that many flowers?
I mean, I guess if you're buying a $7,000 cheese board, yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Like that, if that's in your tax bracket, you're
not
paying for it.
I would rather just make it myself and have more than $150 worth of cheese.
Well, yes. Yes, but we're also in a different tax bracket.
I can aspire to more and still want all the cheese.
I mean, for $7,000 and a table's worth, I think you're getting a lot of cheese, right? I would hope so.
I would hope so. Yeah,
right?
no, but like the first thing on there was $150 worth of cheese. I'm like, if that's it,
Yeah, that seems
that seems low to me, right?
Yeah, maybe she's getting though like cheap cheese, like the fact that we paid like $3
for that.
for like amazing fresh goat cheese. Like,
Yeah.
you buy that in New York, it would be like 12 easily.
It's so funny we both thought 12.
I don't know why that came into my head.
But I went there too.
Yep.
Great minds think alike. But yeah, I randomly saw that this morning, and like our cheese adventure
Right.
made me think, like, have you seen this?
I mean, I get that, like, especially in the city, like cheese and like charcuterie, like, you know, meats and those sorts of things, they're expensive. Like,
it is expensive.
They're pricey, especially in the city. Like, oh my gosh, the cheese shop on the corner sells like pre-made picnic basket charcuterie, like themed baskets,
Mm-hmm.
and they start at like $3.50.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, cheese is fucking expensive.
$350 for a picnic basket.
Yeah, I mean, it's like bougie. you
I
know?
mean, well, I hope so. Baby Brooklyn bougie.
Yeah.
Baby Brooklyn bougie.
Yeah, it's not 7,000.
Not 7,000.
$3.50.
$3.50. Okay.
Yeah.
But still. I mean, that's true. We went and
I mean,
got...
when you're paying, like, New York prices, like $12 for a little thing of goat cheese.
We were, like, when we did we went there and got, like, just the little leftover,
Oh,
the
yeah.
nubs, and we spent, like, $60. And
Exactly.
it was just cheese crackers. Did we even get any meat?
No.
And
it
like
was
a
like-
couple, like, fancy beers.
Yeah.
And it was, like, a $50. What is it? Girl dinner?
Yes.
That's what it's called now.
Girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, I'm not, like, food is, like, gone
Also,
up.
food is just so expensive right now.
Like, it's crazy. And New York City has always had, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's a city, and there's a lot of, like, added costs.
Right.
But it's crazy now.
It's a little nuts.
I also think just, like, that little farm stand and seeing $3 cheese is, like, mind-blowing. Like, okay, wait a minute.
Did one of the numbers rub off? Like,
Like,
what's
yeah,
happening?
It's supposed to be $13
Yeah.
cheese? Because that sounds more
It was
appropriate.
so delicious.
Oh my god, it's so good. You still have to try. I haven't opened the third one.
Oh, I haven't even tried the second one. I just did the maple goat
Oh my
cheese, which
God.
was like
That was-
chef's kiss.
And even those, like, little just regular plain crackers, I don't know what they were, but they were perfect with it. It was so
they were
good.
really good, yeah.
Yeah.
They were a little dry for me.
Oh, I don't know. I really like the taste
I
of
liked
them.
the flavor though. It was very rustic.
Yeah, it was good. And there was almost like with the sweetness of the
Yeah,
maple.
yeah.
Oh, it was perfect.
Yeah, it was a good flavor, but they seemed a little. I needed some water afterwards. But you know me, I'm like not bougie at all. I'm like, where's a wheat thin?
I mean, I go either way. Like, give me some wheat thins and cream cheese, and like so good.
Nom nom.
Triscuits and cheddar, Colby
Yeah.
Jack, like delicious. But also give me some maple goat cheese from the farm and a bougie cracker, and I am equally as happy.
I really like those rosemary olive oil
Oh.
Triscuits. Those are pretty
Those
banging.
are really good. Yeah.
Those are like in between. It's like Triscuit bougie.
Yeah.
What did I have the other day this is like super down in the gutter. Ready? If you're like deli style trying to like fake some charcuterie, Cheez-Its with like whatever salami-esque.
I was gonna say I love salami with saltines, so that's also like
Yeah, so
budget.
yeah. Okay, so I have to amend my shit talking a little bit. I looked up the cheese board. It was a 25-foot grazing table.
That's massive.
That's humongous.
Yeah.
It's totally different. I thought it was like a coffee table.
Right.
I was misinformed. It's also $550 worth of cheese.
Yeah, that's
not $150 worth of cheese.
That makes a big difference.
The cheese ratio is more adequate. I still think I would prefer more cheese.
Yeah.
But this is a tax bracket and me issue. I don't live that way. Yeah. I don't have $7,000 to spend on.
I also like it was for like 150 people.
Yeah, it was also for like an engagement party. Like people spend stupid amounts of money for their weddings. Like,
yeah, absolutely. I would totally go back to Vermont though. I really liked it. It was really pretty. I would like to go back to that lake during maybe not the height of the summer because of the humidity and heat and mosquitoes.
I was just gonna say humidity and mosquitoes,
but like
the heat's probably better there than in the city though, for sure.
I'm curious. I have no idea how warm Vermont gets in the summer. Like if it's like
I mean, I would just assume that like anywhere on water is
be
cooler than not on water, right?
I have no idea.
I'm sticking with that.
But yeah, like they had all the like fun, like
canoes and shit,
and kayaks and like bocce ball and cornhole and like.
Do they have a barbecue? We could go barbecue.
They had a barbecue right outside the front door.
Oh.
They had like everything. Like it was like fully set up. They had 2 different fire pits. They had.
I knew that. I remembered the fire pits.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever went through the front door. I was a back door enterer.
Little side door entrance. Yeah. I only went through the front the first time. But yeah, like right that window that was like behind the couch.
Yeah.
That's where it was. But yeah, it was a cute, and 125 years old. Like the weirdest little like setup cabin where you like go in.
It was really weird.
Like pass through the kitchen into the bathroom, and then off the bathroom were the 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, but you could only get to the bedrooms through the bathroom.
Yeah. I was kind of curious because there was like that door.
I know. I wonder if that was the original floor plan or like what, because it burned down or something.
Oh.
And then they redid it.
Yeah, I remember him saying that they had like
I read the like little.
Oh. Yeah, he had his little like.
There was a board, a history board. Yeah, I read that while you were walking the dog.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it had burned down or something.
Oh.
So.
And I'm also curious because there was like. It was this cute, like, almost little, like, mini cul-de-sac of, like, 3 little cabins, each 2 stories with, like, 1 downstairs, 1 upstairs. Mm-hmm. I'd be curious, like, if the other ones are rented out, or it'd be fun to, like, get all 3 with a group.
And, like, just own that little
area.
Because, so in the, like, historical texts that I read.
Right.
It said that they used to all be part of a hotel.
Oh,
and you could rent the cabins, and then the hotel burned down, and it was a lot of information. But the hotel's not there anymore.
Right. Was it on the same property? Like,
it kind of felt like maybe the hotel was like closer to the water. Maybe it was like there, and then these were like further back, little like. Cabins you could rent.
Yeah, because they had the property that was like his dock, and like the property in front of the lake was like a big space.
Yeah.
And I feel like on either side of him was land.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't anybody like there. Like you'd have to go like 2 lots over, and then you'd hit like a little like RV park, or like 2 lots over, and then there was like another little cabin.
Right. Yeah. So I'm not sure where the hotel was, but. In my head, when I was reading it, it was on the other side of the little street.
Yeah.
Closer to the water.
Closer to the water, that makes sense. I mean, there's the land there for it.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So those cabins were all rentable in the past.
At some point.
But I don't know if the people that currently own them rent them out or not.
Right. It was really cute and like kitschy in like the best possible way. Like he had so much random stuff in that little apartment of like things he had collected, figurines and like wood carvings, and
it was cute.
Lots of like local art, and it was cute.
Was very like cabin by the lake.
Absolutely
chic.
Yes, they leaned into that hard.
Yeah, they did. That was the vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cute though.
I liked it.
I did too.
enjoyed it.
I would go back for sure.